Hello friends, welcome back. So this is September, Bitcoiners born in September, they're reading for March 2025. Here we go. Okay, Bitcoiners born in September, this is your reading. And I want to shout out to our friend Ryan, who showed his face and came by and say hi, and forgot to take something home with him, but that's okay. Come by anytime, Ryan. Shout out to our friend Ryan, who is a watcher. Anyway, okay, here we go. Bitcoiners born in September. Ooh, let's see. I will not compare myself to others. Good choice. Yeah, right now you're on a solitary journey. Everything in Aries is making Virgos crazy. We're feeling all this dynamic energy that is kind of foreign to us. So, interesting things are happening. August reading was very interesting. Just did that, so that was kind of different. Anyway, let's see. Psychic development. Well, are you going to start reading minds? Or are you just thinking about the esoteric, reading about religions, reading Bibles, and there are many. Even science fiction. That's a good thing to stretch the brain, make it think of things it hadn't yet been exposed to. New ideas. New ideas. Crazy. Okie dokie. Stop pushing against what is, align with it, and move on. Yeah, well, Pisces, everything's in their mother's in Pisces, as the astrologer said, Chris from Minnow Pond. And so, yeah, it's all about watery energy. It's all about going with the flow, just moving along, with the river, floating along. When I was a kid, I used to go out in a rowboat and just set it in the middle of the creek and let myself float along. And it was quite a nice thing to do as a kid. Sometimes I'd bring a book. Sometimes it was a fishing pole. Sometimes it was a sandwich. Whatever. It was so easy to do that I did it often. And it was nice. Very relaxing. Build my self-confidence going out on the water alone. I'd be able to take my friends out. They were always quite amazed. I don't know why they were amazed, but I guess I hadn't been in a rowboat before. Just kind of fun. Thank you, Dad, for giving me those experiences. Okay, summer, expansion, growth. I believe that. Yeah, and sort of exponential growth. Spring is a little bit of popping up and, getting bright and colorful and showing your face. But summer is all about heavy, 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 grow, grow, grow. That's when your vegetables are happening and a lot of your annuals are on their way. Okay, summer. Summer is bursting with energy. The sun is high, the weather is warmer, and the nights are shorter. Summer brings increased growth for all living things, but all this energy and unrestricted growth can get out of hand. Increased growth means increased attention is required to manage your projects so you can ensure everything unfolds properly. The summer card means it's an optimal time for expansion, but it also tells you to keep an eye on the energies in your life so that you stay focused and productive. If you don't tend your garden, it will become overgrown and scraggly. Yes, take it from experience, I know this. Some endeavors will fail as others overshadow them like a vine strangling a beautiful plant. What parts of your life can you expand to feel more fulfilled? Yeah, I think you've already been through what August is going through. They're going through this transformation, but you've already been through that. And I think you're in the process of, your feet are hitting the ground and you're ready to move. It seems that way. Everything kind of flows along. He that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast. That's absolutely true. It's all about the attitude. It's all about how you look at things. Okay, and we know that. We know that as September Bitcoiners. Okay, oops. Alright. One more, and then we'll move to the tarot portion of the program, of the show. Up here? Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so how are we showing up? These are September Bitcoiners for the month of March 2025. And oh wow, what a way to show up. Inspired ideas. Got to put the work in, but this is definitely an inspired idea. Inspired thoughts, inspired knowledge, successful incorporation of inspired knowledge. Okay, and fairness. Same challenge that August is up against. Fairness. Let's keep it fair. No, 2x4s upside the head when you're not looking. Let's keep the playing ground fair. I've got some things I gotta get done. Oh, yeah. Coming from the Hermit. Where else would we be? This is people in September. Thinking about things, working it through. Introspection. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah. We want to be a little more financially fluid. There's a lot of ideas and things. We want to move quickly down here with our wheels. We want to move quickly, but we don't have the financial backing and fluid finances to be able to move as fast as we want. That's okay. Sometimes it's better to move more slowly and deliberately. Someone in September already knows that. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So the cycle is changing. And we're having a happy, new, successful venture. Opportunities are, offering themselves. And we are in our authentic self, speaking our truth, understanding our lives. We have wisdom. And the Nine of Cups. We see ourselves as wish fulfillment. We see ourselves as experiencing the opportunities for wish fulfillment. And that's great. We see ourselves in a place where, yeah, I could have that. It's totally possible. I see it totally happening. And I can even tell you how and when. I wish that were true, huh? The environment is learning. The environment is investigating and learning, finding out some things that could be useful. Maybe bits of information. Read the Bitcoin Standard if you haven't already. Here we are. The challenge. Being emotionally mature. Or do we have the capability of being emotionally mature? Because the hopes are we are, and the fears are we're not. And the final outcome I'll leave here, and then we'll do this whole thing and figure out what's going to happen at the end. So you come out as, having an inspired idea, and it is a successful, inspired idea that, needs manifestation, but it's in an idea. It may have come to you while you have been reflecting in in your head here, in your thoughts, meditating, thinking things through and saying, oh, perhaps, I can do it this way, or not figuring it out and just being given a thought, maybe doing some gardening or grocery shopping or washing your car, all of a sudden you go, oh, and there's this divine idea that needs to be acted upon. And you say, oh. So you've thought about it, and you want fairness and equal give and take in the future. You're learning about things, and you would like to go faster, but you're a little challenged by the fact that you aren't more fluid, liquid, as they say. But everything is changing here. This new opportunity wheel could present anything in a moment's notice, and then there you go, you're off. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of information and wisdom. You're seeing yourself as wish fulfilled. I'm living the life I love, and it can only get better. I'm living the life I love, and it can only get better. And it's all about learning more and more. And there's so much out there to learn, and so much is available that was never available before. Like everybody's brain is just expanding. But I have emotional maturity, and whatever comes my way, I'll be able to figure it out, and I'll be able to act accordingly. And the strategy is, I'm going to do this. I am committed, and I'm going to do this. So, winning at all costs, not necessarily hurting other people, but I'm doing this. There's nobody going to stop me. I'm doing this. And it, like I said, it could be that you have already gone through this transformation, and now you are actively seeking new projects with the new you in your new life. And so opportunities, ideas are presenting themselves. You have knowledge just from previous experiences. And that's wisdom. And you see yourself as being lucky, and there's opportunities, and there's all kinds of things. And when you have that kind of an attitude, you just attract more and more of that. Because that's what you do. It's just a desire. It's like a burst of fire, and, here comes everything toward the fire. Well, that's great. And that's that Aries energy. That's that flash of power all of a sudden that we're getting. This Friday, the 13th to the 14th, it's going to be at, I think, like midnight. There's going to be a blood moon, full moon eclipse in Virgo. So I suggest you get under that moon with a piece of paper and a little bowl of fire, and, get rid of some things. Start your new life. Let go of things that were destructive and not useful. So, there you go. I just wanted to make sure all the Virgos out there in September take advantage of that, because this is our time to shine. Okay, decisions, crossroads. Yeah, from the old you to the new you. From being the way you were to being different. Snakes can be extremely good energy in terms of, field mice and being our helpers in the forest. They take care of the rodent population. Without snakes, we'd be in big trouble. They do more than cats, I'll tell you that. Snakes are definitely important. And, difficulties, hardships that you have been through. So, you've been through some, hardships and trickery. There have been some untrustworthy people who were just felt like they were doing what they were going to do regardless, and you didn't expect them to be that way, and so you were hurt by it. You were hurt by things that were done directly to you. But you're at a crossroads now, and you're going to say, I don't want to go back to that old way. I'm going to take this new cycle, and I'm going to be different. And so you've already done that, and now this is the life that you have chosen because you've made those decisions and you've decided to be different. Alright, let's see what the star codes can bring to this reading to give us more clarity. September Bitcoiners. More clarity for March. What do we need to know going into March of 2025, for the month? Generally speaking, Saturn structure, but maybe new structure, not the old structure, the new structure we're building. Saturn 24. Structure. Saturn rules that which we must build over time. Oh, okay, yeah. Bones, teeth, personal authority, maturity, borders, discipline, traditions, organization. Saturn, like Jupiter, is a huge gas giant. With its rings of ice and rock, it represents the boundary of the visible solar system as the last planet humans can see with the naked eye from Earth's surface. Saturn, traditional ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, takes 29.5 years to round the zodiac and forms challenging aspects to itself, approximately every 7 years. Hence the 7-year itch in a marriage, and at 21 as a traditional age of official adulthood. Yeah, we were just talking about the Saturn return. So when you're about 30 years old, somewhere there along, you begin to be different. Action. Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity and personal authority. Think of Saturn as a martial artist who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allow you to prove what you know, both to yourself and others. Look for a mentor or choose to mentor another. Honor the teacher, but don't give your power away. Listen to the experts. Mix their wisdom with your experience and make your own wise decisions. If you feel like someone is abusing their authority or undermining yours, set firm boundaries and hold them accountable. Study, cope, grow up. Look pragmatically to the skeleton and teeth, either on your own body or in the metaphorical structure of your project. Can you endeavor, stand up and take a bite out of life? Make sure the foundations are strong, the organizational structures are in place, and build out from there. As you gain strength in mind, muscle, and bone, you can become stiff, so remember to stretch body and soul. Challenge: be careful not to cling to your old conceptions of success and hold on to the brittle system that restricts potential and leaves people discouraged. Yeah, do it differently. Do it in a new way. Gift. The ancestors call you to wisdom and maturity, to know your gifts and limitations. This process may be an initiation, a test that empowers you. That's exciting. Just had that conversation about first Saturn return, second Saturn return at about 65 or 60 or whatever. You become different. So, you're taking the opportunity and the inspired ideas that you have and, moving right along here. Moving as quickly as you can financially go. Okay, what do you need to release? And that's what you need to figure out what you're going to release on that eclipse, that full moon, blood moon eclipse in Virgo on the 13th through the 14th at midnight. What do you need to release? Waning moon. Okay, waning moon. Page 100. Oh, wow. Waning moon. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon is in the cycle, you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, or for better or worse, it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle, so what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be a very positive sign, but it can also be gently suggesting that you let go of something. Stop trying so hard. It's safe to let go and move on. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. Get in the flow. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. You can do that under the moon. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Here you are in your head. Soon you will see what lies ahead. The teaching: at the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up at the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not a time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase, so hunker down and start the regeneration process. Perfect. Those are all things to think about in terms of releasing. And that's just our physical world right now, but you've got a whole nother thing going on with the tarot and life changes and things that you've known. But this new moon cycle comes in an opportunity to cleanse, unburden yourself, literally unburden yourself. Forgive people, just let it all go. Forgiving people like that, not even telling them to their face, just forgiving them and thanking them for their, instruction on your journey, is a wonderful thing. And you don't, like I said, you don't even have to interact with them. Just do it, and it has ridiculous benefits. Seriously, ridiculous benefits. So it's a good thing to do. Dragon. Okay, let's read about that spirituality card. Dragon, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. Wow. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Ajni is dim. Ajni is described as the inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. Perfect for September. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Well, wow, like digestion, that's all about September, Bitcoiners. So there you go. Perfect card to end this. And that's all about your self-confidence too. And I think because of what's going on in Aries and your, being this new kind of dynamic energy that you haven't really been before, you're really pushing outward instead of just receiving. I think that this is very appropriate. Anyway, if you like this reading, hit the like button, share it if you will. I know you September always win. You always have more watches than anybody else, so keep it up. And I think I might do bonuses. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Anyway, thank you. And share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. Anyway, thanks for coming back. I'll see you soon.